What's going on YouTube? It's your boy StreetGamersTV, and today I'm be bringing you guys episode 1 of middle school stories. Yes, this is all my stories from middle school. I'm telling you guys the good, the bad, the ugly, and what went down in my middle school years. So today I'm going to be talking about the time I pushed the teacher. Yes, I really had the nerve to push the teacher. You know what I'm saying? Just got fed up and I said I'm tired of this. I'm gonna prove my point. So I actually went and pushed the teacher. But anyway, let me start the story off. So at the middle school I was in, this is in 7th grade, right? Alright, we go to lunch and the teachers usually have lunch in the teacher's lounge right beside the cafeteria. So usually after my friends and me and my friends, basically after we get through eating lunch, we'll hurry up and run down to the classroom so we can wrestle and play fight or whatever and jump each other before the teacher came in. In that specific day, I remember the teacher coming in and actually catching us actually like jumping each other. I'm telling you, we were throwing desks and everything. And then like a girl will yell, "The teacher's coming," then we'll just stop. But this day we actually got caught. So the teacher's telling me to go to my seat, right? Since he catches all of us in their play fighting. And he grabs my shirt. Now, this was a Caucasian teacher. Now, I'm not racist at all. I'm just saying, this guy was the most racist guy ever. I'm telling you, this guy was the most redneck, racist guy I ever seen. I'm telling you guys. And like, he grabbed my shirt and yelled at me, just went and told me to sit down, because I wanted to be the class clown back then. So when he was telling me to sit down, I was spinning my own verse. I was actually rapping while he was telling me to go sit down. So he grabbed my shirt and we walked up there by the dry erase board. So once we walked up there, I said, "Whoa, wait a minute." I pushed him off me, pushed the teacher. And then he slightly pushed me back with his elbow, and I pushed him hard as I could across the room. And then he said he'll call my dad, you know, made me go sit down, brought me outside. And then another redneck teacher, another racist teacher came down the hallway. And this is my most 2 hated teachers ever. Since I've been in school, I hate these teachers to the max. You know, these teachers want to write me up every day. They would write me up for getting out of my seat and throwing away a tissue. I didn't ask for permission. We're in middle school, for crying out loud. Can't we get up and throw away a tissue? Or some paper? I'm like, gosh, man. But anyways, he pulled me outside, threatening to call my dad. And the other redneck teacher came down there. "Oh, what's happening here?" And I'm like, here he comes again. Because earlier, when I got out of my seat to throw away a tissue, the redneck teacher number 2 had told me if I got in trouble again today that I was going back to the office. Well, he was going to send me to the office for the first time that day. So, racist teacher number 1, well, redneck teacher number 1, he was like, "Oh, he got in trouble today, oh did he?" So, that's basically giving him a ticket to write me up. So they have excuse, "Oh, well, he got in trouble 2 times today before we wrote him up." And so he said he was gonna call my dad. And the whole day I had the jitters. So I gave my grandmother's number. You know how my grandmother is. Like, she really is not gonna tell my parents anything, so I just gave them my grandmother's number. So I get home from the school bus to my grandma's house, and the phone rings. I look at it, and it's my school system, my middle school. And I tell my cousin, he's like 20 by the way. I'm like, answer the phone, answer the phone, answer the phone, play like my dad. And so he actually did it. He answered the phone and played like my dad. He actually answered the phone and he was like, "Oh, Daddy, so he pushed you?" I'll get on to him about that, and he was like, "Can we choose a time to meet up?" Well, I gotta check my schedule. And it was like a real conversation between him and my cousin. But he thought it was my dad, but it wasn't. And came back to school the next day, and the teacher was like, "Did your dad talk to you about that conversation we had last night?" And I said, "Yep." Went back to school, did the same thing. I'm telling you, in my middle school years, man, I do crazy things, man. I'm outrageous, man. Like, I'm unstoppable, I don't care. But hey, that's my middle school story for today. Like, comment, rate, subscribe, whatever you gotta do. Tap that thumbs up on y'all. But alright, y'all. Till next time, peace.